tell me something, and I'd say, huh? And then they'd tell me again, and I'd say, huh? And they'd say, never mind. And I was thoroughly confused. I had no idea where to go. There are so many options.
Say the word pass.
And so I called and made an appointment.
Say the word red.
And I am here to tell you, it was like night and day. The minute I walked in the first place, but learning more about him, having him tell me a little bit about him and his qualifications. And I know he's a PhD, and I know what it takes to get a PhD. So I knew that he had spent many, many years and had a lot of experience. And then the hearing test was the thing that I thought, wow, he really knows what he's doing. Very, very well worth it. And I would recommend Dr. Daines to anybody, everybody.
Wendy's is saying thanks for making the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger America's #1 bacon cheeseburger by giving you more of what you love. Introducing Wendy's Giant Junior Bacon Cheeseburger. Double the beef, double the bacon, and now it comes in a giant meal for $5. With nuggets, fries, and a drink. There's absolutely nothing junior about it, except the price. Get Wendy's $5 Giant Junior Bacon Cheeseburger meal before it's gone.
At Ultra, we don't believe in limits, or telling runners they can't, or it's not possible. That's why we dared to make shoes with a foot-shaped toe box, and gave runners zero-drop technology so that runners could say goodbye to limits too. Ultra invites you to experience the difference everyone's talking about with zero risk. Love your run or send them back within 30 days, no questions asked. Get your pair today at ultrarunning.com. Ultra, zero limits.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Mountain Star Cache Valley Hospital. Together, we're greater. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915. New Smile Dental, experience dental care. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Lynn's Audio and Video, Cache Valley Specialists. Mountain Valley Heating and Air Conditioning. Give us a call. You'll be glad you did. Herms Inn, last chance for great food. Discount Tire and Automotive, so much more than a tire store. Four Seasons Apartments and Townhomes is your home. Planet Fitness of Logan, no intimidation and only $10 a month. Aspen Dental, get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 25 years.
Hello and welcome to the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. I'm Eric Olson along with you on this evening of prep hoops at Skyview tonight in Smithfield, where the Bobcats take on the Ridgeline Riverhawks from down the road in Millville. Ridgeline comes in at 6-10 overall, 1-4 in region play, tied for third in the region. Skyview 9-7, 3-2 in region, and tied for second. And one thing with the Bobcats, this is our third straight week here, the way the schedule has broken out. This will be the fourth time we've seen Skyview, and all three of those games have come down literally to the last play of the game. And you may have heard the coach there talking about closing out games and coming away with what should be a win. They've had what should be wins in all of the other games, and this time they'll have another chance tonight against Ridgeline. Let's stay here for the national anthem. National anthem here at Skyview, where the Bobcats getting set to take on Ridgeline in just a couple of minutes. We talked in the opener about Mason Falslip and his 25 points per game. That's number 1 in 4A, number 5 in all classifications. He's second in 4A in rebounding at 8 a game, number 1 in 4A in assists at 6 a game, and number 6 in steals at 2 per ball game. On the other side, Landon Brenchley. He's the Swiss Army knife for Ridgeline, number 2 in 4A in scoring at 23 points per game. He's number 11 in rebounds at 6 per game, number 8 in assists at 4 per game, and he's 9th in steals at just right at 2 a game. Falslip's just above 2 per game. And we're under a minute to go until we see the starting lineups tonight, but we should see the same starting lineup for the Bobcats that we saw last week against Logan. Back to that thought before the anthem about closing out games. Coach Hilliard pointed out closing out quarters, not just games, is a big deal for his team. If you look back at that game against Logan, they were up by 9 with less than a minute left in that third quarter and ready to just blow that game open. And it didn't happen because Logan scored 6 straight and got back to within 3 going into the break. All right, for Ridgeline, there's as they introduce the starters, Jacob Salveson, number 11, the junior, DeMooney, the senior, number 3, Caleb Buckmiller, the senior, Landon Brenchley, Utah State commit, the senior, and Foster Johnson, also a senior, starting for the Ridgeline Riverhawks. Foster Johnson's dad, Mike, played for the Aggies way back when. Don't want to say it was too far back when. Don't want Mike to feel bad, but it was a few years ago. And now the home team. Their starting lineup should be what we saw last week. The first one is number 12, Mason Falslip, the 6'4 junior. 6'1 senior, Malik Horman, number 14. Oh, they're getting pulled aboard to start tonight, and Sam Phipps, which is not a surprise, but DeBoard shot well last week against Logan. He's 6'1", and one guy that won't be available tonight is Spencer Sorensen. He took an elbow in that game last week, right upside the head. He's in the concussion protocol. They don't mess with that stuff. Jace Wright will get the start tonight, number 24. So Phipps at 6'6". Jump in there against Salveson at 6'5". So a different lineup tonight than what Coach Hilliard used last week against Logan. As they're reading a release from the UHSAA right now about sportsmanship and how they treat the players and the officials. There was an article about that in one of the Salt Lake papers this week, and it was eye-opening. If you've been involved with any sports on the youth level, it may not have been as eye-opening, sadly, as you would think. Richline goes way into the backcourt to track down the jump ball. Last time these two teams played, it was Skyview by 5 in Millville, and that game was back and forth and up and down. Ridgeline owned a 6-point lead at the end of the first quarter. It was a big second quarter by Skyview, 24-14, that put away the Riverhawks. Here's a foul on the rebound. Salveson missed the three-point attempt. And DeBoard called for the infraction. Buckmiller out front to DeMooney. He backs out. Hands back to Buckmiller. Brenchley is yet to touch the ball in this possession. He's in the corner. DeMooney, straightaway three. Got it.
Junior connects for 3 points.
Phipps to DeBoer, back to Phipps. It's 3-0 Riverhawks right out of the gates. And a foul called on Foster Johnson. Sticking the leg out there and knocking down the ball handler. So now we're even on fouls. There's Falslove working on DeMooney. Phipps underneath the right, back out to Horman. Gets in the paint, leans, misses, rebound fought for. Here comes Brenchley. Phipps is back. Brenchley to the rim. 5-0 Ridgeline. DeBoard thought about the three and goes inside to Phipps, and a foul early before he could get into his shooting motion. Foster Johnson is second. Haven't even played 2 minutes, and Foster Johnson will have to take a seat. Jackson Baker, the 6'2 junior, replaces him. Stolen away by Ridgeline. Brenchley tracks it down. Down low to Baker. He's in trouble. Steps in, and he walked. Oh, they're going to call a foul. I thought he changed his pivot foot. Falslove picks up his first. And we may have a tightly officiated game tonight, as we've already got 3-4 fouls in less than 2 minutes. Jackson Baker goes to the line and hits the first. Baker off the bench, averaging 5 points and a rebound per game. And he hits both. It's 7-0 Ridgeline. Skyview off to a slow start here this evening. Phipps turns into that zone, in trouble, turns and fires and hits. It's about a little 12-foot jumper, and Phipps on the board, and so are the Bobcats. 7-2 Ridgeline. Mooney hits the deck. Here comes Falslove. Up we go. And Brenchley fouls him. Make him earn the points at the line. DeMooney stops at the official and asks for a call of his own. He didn't like the extra contact on the steal, as Falslip gets the first. 25.3 a game for Falslip to go with 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and just over 2 steals. He misses the second, and free throw shooting's been a problem for the Bobcats. Jump ball on the rebound, and the possession arrow favors Skyview. 5.5 to play in the first period, a 7-3 Ridgeline lead. They jumped out to a 7-0 lead. And now Skyview trying to get it back. Step back three. Falslip. Falslip with 4 points, and it's a 1-point ball game. 7-6 Ridgeline. As they double up the ball carrier. Back to Brenchley. Brenchley from the left side and one. Horman. They doubled up the ball handler. I call him a ball carrier. He looked like a running back trying to find a hole in there. Brenchley to the line. Brenchley with 5 points in the early going, and it's 10-6. And now an offensive foul as DeMooney hits the deck. Jace Wright picks up his first. That's the 4th team foul and a turnover, the second for Skyview. You could hear the home crowd, they didn't like it. Skyview in the zone. Both teams started this game defensively in the zone. Looking high post for Buckmiller. They can't find him to try to get him to do it from there. DeMooney long three, rims out. DeBoard with a nice job of blocking out, coming up with the rebound. Then everybody's running up court. Nobody's looking for the outlet pass. Coach Hilliard tells DeBoard, hey, bring it yourself. 3rd turnover for Skyview. Skyview out of sorts here at the beginning of this game. Brenchley in the paint again. Wrap around, turn it around, and he gets it to go. Brenchley with 7 points. Falslip with authority to the hoop. Falslip with 6. 12-8 Ridgeline. Baker to Brenchley. Brenchley, long three, short. Rebound fought for. DeMooney's got it. And a jump ball called, and the possession arrow says we're going to stay right here. Not quite midway through the first period, 12-8 Ridgeline. Ridgeline jumped out to a 7-0 lead. Out front, Brenchley three, won't go. That's his first miss of the game. That's his first shot attempt from further away than inches in front of the rim. DeBoard's got a good look. Leaves it short, and Brenchley comes up with the board. DeBoard's shot was right on, but he was short. Now a trapping zone. Brenchley gets in the middle, lays it up and in. 9 for Landon Brenchley to start this game. 14-8 Ridgeline. They run defenders at Falslip. He steps through and finishes. Falslip with 8. Brenchley to the middle. Back out to Baker. He gets to the rim. This is what happened last week in the start for Skyview. Logan was continually able to get right to the rim. Now Josh Jensen, 6'7", with long arms for Logan, and he gets right. He was getting to the rim all night, but especially early. And in the early going of this one, the Riverhawks are getting right to the cup, and they lead at 16-10 as Skyview takes a timeout with 3:08 to play here in this first period. In region play, Ridgeline's averaging 61 points a game, giving up 64.6, while Skyview averages 72.4 points a game in region, only giving up 66. Both of those numbers are a little bit better for both teams. Ridgeline was giving up 67.5 as a season, I should say. Their season numbers, Ridgeline's giving up 67.5 and 65 is what they score. Skyview 69 points, almost, yeah, 68.8 on the season is what they have been scoring. So they're scoring better than their season average in region. But they're having trouble tonight. Albert Falsliv, he's got 8 of the 10 Skyview points. Horman bounce pass into Phipps. DeBoer, straightaway 3, yes. Cole DeBoer rings the bell, and it's 16-13 Skyview. Down low, here's another shot attempt from close range, but Salveson misses this time. DeBoer, and what happened? We got a whistle. Did Bergeson step out? No, an official timeout. DeBoer must have blood on his person somewhere. Cole Smith will check in for Cole DeBoer. You got Cole and Cole. DeBoer and Smith. Here's Phipps. Phipps has it knocked away and taken away. Baker ahead to Brenchley. Brenchley up, under, in, going to the line.
Brenchley scores 2. Fouls on Horman. His second.
Malik Horman picks up his second. That's the 5th team foul on Skyview. There's 2:06 to play in the first quarter. Jackson Schumann will come into the game for Skyview and try to protect the paint a little bit for the Bobcats. Brenchley misses. He's got 11 points. Falsliv tries to answer. He misses. Schumann with the board and put back. 3-point game with 1:45 to play in the first period. 18-15 Ridgeline. Ridgeline in their greens. Buckmiller, bounce pass inside to Salveson, stripped away by Horman. Second turnover. Horman all the way to the rim, lay it up and in. Malik Horman makes it a 1-point ball game. Ridgeline is led by as many as 7. Baker to DeMooney. In the corner to Buckmiller. His 3. Up, around, and out. And the Bobcats can take their first lead of the ball game as Falsliv brings it across the timeline. Horman drops it, gets it back. Baker nearly takes it away. It's still loose. Ooh, near steal by Baker. Falsliv to the corner to Horman. Yes! Horman with 5, the Bobcats lead, 20-18, with 35 seconds to play in the first period. Skyview all the way back from a 7-point deficit. Ridgeline will look to take the final shot, see if they can't take the lead into the second period. Fouls are an issue. 5 fouls on Skyview, 4 on Ridgeline. Mooney back to Brenchley. 5 seconds. DeMooney, baseline, whips it out to Brenchley. Fires the 3, it's short. Falsliv loses the rebound, but the buzzer sounds, and the Bobcats take a 20-18 lead into the second period, despite a bad start. The Bobcats on top.
Tell me something and I'd say, huh? And then they tell me again and I'd say, huh? And they'd say, never mind. And so I called and made an appointment.
Say the word
He's a
pass.
PhD, and I know what it takes to get a PhD.
Say the word red.
It was like night and day. And then the hearing test was the thing that I thought, wow, he really knows what he's doing. I would recommend Dr. Daines to anybody, everybody.
Back at Skyview, Eric Olson along with you on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. And the Bobcats started with a 7-point deficit. Riverhawks of Ridgeline scored 7 straight to open this game. But then Skyview outscored them 20-11 down the stretch to take a 20-18 lead into the second period. Fouls are going to be an issue. They're calling this game very tight. 9 total fouls in that first period. 5 on Skyview, 4 on Ridgeline. Foster Johnson back in the ballgame for Ridgeline. He had to sit with foul trouble early. He's had 2 of the 4 fouls for Skyview, and here's some contact out front, and Baker's going to pick up a foul.
His first.
Jackson Baker's first.
5th team foul.
Now both teams with 5 team fouls. Coach Hilliard put Jackson Schumann, the 6'9" post man, in there because Ridgeline was getting to the hoop with ease, and he seemed to slow that down. He's young, and he'll put on weight as Smith fires up a 3. Won't go, and a rebound foul. Jace Wright, I think. No, they're going to say it's on Ridgeline.
Foul is fouled on Ridgeline's number 3, junior, his second.
Looks like it's on DeMooney.
6th team foul.
His second, that's a 16 foul. Free throws the rest of the half. Looked like Jace Wright had shoved him. Or maybe it was DeMooney that did the shoving first. Ferguson hands off to Falsett. Under to Schumann, he loses it, gets it back, and DeMooney will have to sit. He's got 3. Schumann will go to the line for 2.
Foul is called on junior, his 3rd. 7th team foul. Schumann at the line shooting 2.
That's 17 fouls now on Ridgeline. Schumann with his first trip to the line.
Checking in for Ridgeline, number 15, Chase Hall.
Chase Hall, a 5'9" sophomore, checks in for Ridgeline. Schumann misses the second.
Next 1-2.
Looked like Baker with the rebound. Ferguson D's up Baker. Now Buckmiller. High post to Brenchley. They rotate Brenchley out from the high post. Buckmiller gets inside, misses. Rebound fought for by Johnson and Schumann. Getting it back is Buckmiller, and he'll go to the line.
Foul is called on Chase Wright, his second.
Chase Wright picks up number 2, 6th foul
Buckmiller to the line.
on Skyview. Buckmiller misses the first. 3 out of 4 in the first period for Ridgeline from the line. Skyview was 1 of 2. Buckmiller misses the first free throw of the second period for the Riverhawks, but hits the second. Brings it back to a 2-point deficit for Ridgeline. 21-19, 7 minutes to play in the half. Skyview out front. Here's a turnover. Poked away from Falsett. Brenchley, good defense as they stop him momentarily, and then he turns and hooks it up and in. Brenchley's got 13. Falsliv through the traffic, misses. Schumann cleans up. Schumann with 5 off the bench. 23-22 Skyview. Ridgeline plays catch with it around the perimeter. Skyview in a 2-3 zone. Long 3, misses everything. Goes out of bounds. And Skyview will get it back. .6:15 to play in the half. Skyview by 2. DeBoer, corner 3. Won't go, rebounded by Cole Smith. Out front to Bergerson, elbow jumper short. DeBoer back up and in. Skyview. Chase Hall gives it back to Brenchley. Baker thought about it. This time he does do it. Three's too long. Tipped out of bounds. Who's it belong to? Skyview. The official down there in front of it looked at both other officials for a moment, see if they all had the same call, and they did. Skyview ball. Ridgeline takes a timeout with 5:32 to play in the first half, and Skyview leading 25-21. Ridgeline in a bad stretch. They've lost 6 out of 7. They've lost 3 in a row. We mentioned to these two teams, this is the second go-around in region. So Skyview finishes the first half of region 3-2. Ridgeline finishes at 1-4. Skyview beat Ridgeline at Ridgeline on the 11th of January, 70-65. Falslip in that game, 30 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. Phipps had 15 and 8 in that ball game. The Ridgeline led at the end of one by 6. They lost the second quarter, 24-14. They were only down 2 going into the fourth. Lost that fourth quarter, 19-16, and ended up losing the game. Brenchley had 20, Baker had 14, and Salveson 12. That was the last time these two teams met. We just had a score put under my nose. Bear River and Green Canyon going at it. Bear River beat Green Canyon the first time around, and they're leading them now by 10 at the end of one, 22-12. Back to this game. Bergeson tries the wraparound pass. It's saved back in underneath his own basket by Ridgeline, and Cole Smith ends up with it. His shot won't go. DeBoer. Falslip. Back to Smith. 3. Too hard. Rebound. Brenchley. Brenchley ahead to Chase Hall. Hall with a nice bounce pass to Foster Johnson, and Johnson gets his first bucket. 25-23 Skyview. They look for Schumann down low. It's knocked away and taken away. Johnson got a hand on it. 5th turnover for Skyview. 2-point Skyview lead, a chance for Ridgeline to tie it up or take the lead. Hall for 3. Won't go, rebounded by Falslip. Oh, a steal by Brenchley, and they're going to call a foul. Falslip will go to the line as Brenchley picks up his second. He didn't like the call. Smith replaced by Horman, and Phipps replaces Schumann. Falslip 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 8 points in that first quarter. He misses. Horman there for the rebound. Put it back up and in. Malik Horman having a good game with 7 points. 2-3 zone again by the Bobcats, leading by 4. Halfway through this second period. Brenchley in the short corner, kicks it back out to Buckmiller. Fires the 3, misses. Baker with the rebound. The defense collapses on him. And now Ridgeline again forced to move it around the perimeter, looking for a shot. Brenchley, Bergeson knocks it away, and Brenchley gets it back. Johnson cross court. Buckmiller looked down to see where he was. Here's Baker for 3. Won't go. Rebound. Falslip knocks over. Wow, he got away with one. He climbed right up Buckmiller's back, knocked him down, and the ball out of bounds off of Ridgeline. And Coach Buckmiller is asking about that. 3:25 to play in the first half. 27-23 Skyview. Looking for their largest lead of the game. Tapped away by Johnson. Horman picks it up. Down low to Phipps. Phipps has been quiet so far. Horman with 7, looks for 9, he's got it. Largest lead of the game for Skyview, 29-23. Ridgeline's only scored 5 points here in this second period. Ball's free, out of bounds, turnover as it goes off of Baker. And Coach Buckmiller chewing on that official again. Ferguson from Falslip, cross court to Horman. Fire it up, Malik, you got it going. Oh, he misses this one. And he misses it big. DeBoard fouls Brenchley. And Brenchley will go to the line, 1-1. His team trails by 6 with 2:31 to play in this first half. Green Canyon and Bear River going at. That's for Green Canyon's chance to stay in control of the region as Brenchley hits the first. He's got 14. He had 11 points in that opening quarter. Penrose replaces Horman, who gets a hand. He's played well in this first half. Brenchley hits them both. 15 for Brenchley. 25-29. Skyview with the ball. 2:20 to play in the half. Boy, the Ridgeline bench erupted. They thought Bergeson dribbled it out of bounds. Here's Bergeson in the corner. DeBoer, 3 on the way. Won't go. Brenchley fights Phipps for the rebound. He's got it, and then he bounces it off of Phipps, who's laying prone on the baseline. And it goes over to Ridgeline. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Johnson comes high post. Now they look to Brenchley. DeBoard checks in. In the corner, Hall whips it out to Brenchley. Hall in the corner as he went all the way through the baseline. 3 on the way. Good. Salveson with his first bucket. The second 3 ball of the night for Ridgeline. It's 29-28 Skyview. Penrose hits the deck, no whistle. Misses. And Brenchley comes up with the board. 1:15 to play in the half. Ridgeline with a chance to take the lead back, and a foul called on the pass as Baker passed it out to Hall. And if that's on DeBoard, that's number 3.
Smith checking back in.
It is on DeBoard.
Shooting 1-1.
Cole DeBoard got the start tonight. He's got 5 points, but 3 fouls. Jackson Baker at the line. And Baker ties it up.
Baker makes the first free throw.
Baker misses the second. Tied at 29 with 1 minute exactly to play in the half. They leave Bergeson alone. Falslip takes away the board from 2 Riverhawks. Turns in and scores his first points of the second quarter. He's got 10. 2-point Skyview lead with 40 seconds to play in this first half. Hall has it taken away. The long arms of Falslip. Bergeson leans in and he's fouled by Baker. Baker with his second. And Bergeson will go to the line.
Baker, his second.
Falslip at 6'4". Hall at 5'9". Falslip Folsom just has longer arms. He was able to reach all the way around Hall and poke it away. And Bergeson makes the first. Makes them both. 30 seconds to play in the half, a 4-point Skyview lead. Little 4-0 mini run for the Bobcats to close out this half. Hall has it knocked away by Folsom again. It's loose. Still loose. Phipps to Folsom, out in front. Lay it up and in. 6-0 run to end the first half, and Skyview leads 35-29 as we head to the locker room in Smithfield. You're watching the game of the week on the Valley Channel.
Wendy's is saying thanks for making the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger America's #1 bacon cheeseburger by giving you more of what you love. Introducing Wendy's Giant Junior Bacon Cheeseburger. Double the beef, double the bacon, and now it comes in a giant meal for $5 with nuggets, fries, and a drink. There's absolutely nothing junior about it, except the price. Get Wendy's $5 Giant Junior Bacon Cheeseburger meal before it's gone.
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
Dr. Daines, I suppose, along with everybody else in my age group, I am now getting bombarded on a daily basis, it seems, in the mail with hearing aid advertisements coming through the mail. I don't know if you... Really, I just throw them away, because I would say if I needed a hearing aid, here is where I'd come to see you. Are people in danger with these things? I mean, are you going to get a product that's legitimate? Are you dealing with real people, or is it a scam?
You usually get a product it's a decent product, but is it fit for you? Everybody's a little bit different, and we want to be able to have you come in and find out what works best for your individual needs. Some of these hearing aids that you can buy through the mail are not really anything but amplifiers. They turn things up, but simply not turning things up, that doesn't solve the problem. We need to personalize the hearing aid to your individual loss. And make it so what frequencies need to be boosted are boosted, and those that don't need to be boosted aren't.
So just turning up the volume on something isn't actually going to fix the problem?
It does not. No, we need to make it so it matches exactly what your hearing is.
I had no idea it was that complicated, because, you know, on the street, people might think, yeah, I can send away for one and it's generic and it'll work for everybody, but that really isn't the case.
It really isn't.
No.
And you also see a lot of times advertisements that say, come in for a free trial. We're offering a trial research, and come and give us your opinion on this hearing aid and we'll give you a discount. We're doing a special study with the manufacturer. Well, the manufacturers already have their study done.
Right.
They wouldn't be offering it to somebody here. They have their own research facilities that they do these studies at.
Okay.
And so the study is how many hearing aids they can sell.
Yeah.
It's not a real study.
Yeah, and so again, it's just down to people pushing a product that could be right for A, B, and C, but is not anywhere right for the rest of the alphabet people. But coming here to Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, you are going to find out exactly, if you have 100 different people walking through in a day, you're going to find the exact right, and some of them may not even need a hearing aid, and of course you're never going to push that.
I do not do that. That's one thing that I pride myself in, is I am not a salesman.
Right.
I take care of people, help them meet their needs, and take care of them, and do what we can that way, but I will not push or pressure anybody to purchase a hearing aid.
Yeah. So even though you might be tempted, even though you get these in the mail like I do, don't be tempted, because ultimately it may not be at all what you personally need. Come on down to Cache Valley Hearing and see Dr. Daines, and he will find you exactly what you individually need. Thanks, Dr. Daines.
Thank you.
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
always participated in sports, and I've always played, and I think the best part about this job is being able to watch these athletes play, and it's part of my job just to sit there and watch these athletes succeed and play these wonderful sports. I always knew I wanted to work in medicine, and after playing many sports in high school and getting many injuries and having to come back from those injuries, I knew that I wanted to provide that same coverage and provide that same care to other student athletes, because sports is a key part of growing up. So I teach one class, and it's my exercise science sports medicine class, and it also gives the students some college credit, but mostly it gives me another setting to be with my athletes, and I can really get to know them off the field, and I can get to know their personalities. That way when an injury does happen on the field, that I can better take care of them because they know me and they recognize me. You keep people on the court and you keep them on the field, and they're always playing, and I always wanted to be a part of that. I always wanted to be part of the team, and I always wanted to just participate and make sure that everybody who is healthy can stay out there playing a lot longer. So you never want to see anybody actually get hurt, but when it does happen, it's always good to be there, because then we can evaluate to see if it's actually going to be a game changer for them. And most of the time it's not. Most of the time it's just an injury, and then we can actually get them back into play a lot quicker had they just gotten hurt and sat out. And that's what's most important about having us athletic trainers there, is that we can really work on these injuries and get them out a lot faster had they just sat out. Cache Valley Hospital is a great company to work for. They provide so much support for their athletic trainers that it just makes working with these athletes such a breeze. If we ever have any questions, concerns about a certain athlete, we can just call on our support, and the hospital is very, very generous to us here at the school, and it's just a great company, and they help the community, and they care about these athletes as much as we do, and they don't see them every day, but they still care about them, and that makes it such a different dynamic to work with. My job is to prevent injuries from happening, but to also get the athletes back out on the field as quickly as possible after one happens, and that's what Cache Valley Hospital is all about.
For those opportunities, because it's a chance for me to get better. It all kind of started when I was younger. My dad founded the Titans Youth Foundation.
We didn't want to put athletics above family and above values.
You know, when we were young, we started participating in food drives, helping out in the community.
It makes us strive to do more things.
I usually go to Nolan and ask for help, and he'll usually say, yeah, sure, I'll try to help, but I don't really get it that much either, and then he flawlessly explains it.
4.0 and varsity athlete, you can't really beat that.
Nolan's so exceptional because he's doing things that he loves doing. He works very, very hard. The stuff he's done with the food bank here, the stuff he's done in Liberia, the Mr. Union contest last year. Now the little babies in the neonatal unit have a heart monitor for every baby because of him and the other guys in the Mr. Union.
Well, you've got to go out there and you've got to take risk.
The roles that I've played a part in demand leadership, and it's being constructive with others, it's learning from others.
You know, he just has a great work ethic, and you know, he's a good teammate too, so the kids respect him and they like him. For everything that he's done academically, athletically, and all of his student work outside of school.
1, 2, 3, I want to give every single thing that I have to my team, and to know that win or lose, I did everything I could to help make it possible.
Every time the bar gets raised, it's time to go higher.
Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. I feel like that's a testament to me. I'm not the most talented, I'm not the biggest, I'm not the fastest, I'm not the strongest. If I do everything that I can in my will every single day, to give everything I have and take chances when necessary, that's where greatness occurs.
Wendy's is saying thanks for making the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger America's #1 bacon cheeseburger by giving you more of what you love. Introducing Wendy's Giant Junior Bacon Cheeseburger. Double the beef, double the bacon, and now it comes in a giant meal for $5 with nuggets, fries, and a drink. There's absolutely nothing junior about it, except the price. Get Wendy's $5 Giant Junior Bacon Cheeseburger meal before it's gone.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Mountain Star Cache Valley Hospital. Together, we're greater. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915. New Smile Dental, experience dental care. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you've been missing. Lynn's Audio and Video, Cache Valley Specialists. Mountain Valley Heating and Air Conditioning. Give us a call. You'll be glad you did. Herms Inn, last chance for great food. Discount Tire and Automotive, so much more than a tire store. Four Seasons Apartments and Townhomes is your home. Planet Fitness of Logan, no intimidation and only $10 a month. Aspen Dental, get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 25 years.
35-29, Skyview leads at the half here in Smithfield. Welcome back to the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. Eric Olson along with you here tonight as we had an entertaining first half of basketball. Ridgeline jumped out to a 7-0 lead. Skyview came back and took a 20-18 lead into the second period. Ridgeline, after Skyview led by as many as 6, caught them at 29, and then Skyview ended the second period on a 6-0 run to take the 35-29 lead. Landon Brenchley leads all scorers with 15. 5 for Jackson Baker for Ridgeline. Foster Johnson with 2. He was saddled with some early foul trouble. Jacob Salveson and DeMooney both have 3, and 1 point for Caleb Bookmiller. Chase Hall played and did not score for the Bobcats. 12 for Mason Falsliff. 8 of those in the first quarter. 9 for Malik Horman. 5 for Schumann off the bench. DeBoard in the start tonight gets 5. 2 for Phipps, 2 for Bergeson. Cole Smith, Caden Penrose, and Jace Wright all played and did not score for the Bobcats. A couple other scores going on in region play. Logan leads Mountain Crest 33-24 at the half, and Bear River out in front of Green Canyon 36-24, holding Green Canyon to 24 points. I think that one's at Green Canyon. Green Canyon in sole possession of first place right now at 4-1 in the region, while Bear River, Skyview, and Logan are all tied at 3-2. Green Canyon with a win over Bear River could really solidify that lead, and they'd have the tiebreaker over Bear River. In essence, it would be a full two-game lead over them. Ridgeline and Mountain Crest are both tied at 1-4. Lots of fouls called in that first half. Is DeBoard with the steal. Falslip. Brenchley traveled. Boy, Falslip, I think, took it right in the nose as Brenchley went by him. And Ridgeline starts off the second half with 2 turnovers. They've got 7 turnovers on the game. They trail by 8. And it's danger time for the Riverhawks. $17 total fouls in that first half as they called it tight here in Smithfield. Phipps been quiet tonight. Turns in and misses short. Horman off of the foot of Brenchley and out of bounds. So that's 6-0 run to end the first half has turned into 8-0 for Skyview. And a foul before the shot. They call it on Mooney. That'll be his fourth. Coach Buckmiller wants to know if his guy is standing there, just standing, how does he end up on his back?
Number 13, Buckmiller is first.
No, they're going to call it on Buckmiller. Not 3, 13. So Buckmiller his first. Phipps puts it in. He's got 4. 10-point lead now for the home team. Down low to Buckmiller. He works against Phipps. Up and under move, won't go, and it's rebounded by Horman. He tears it away and heads down court. DeBoard, 3. No. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson to Brenchley. Now Salveson. Salveson doubled on the far side, and he turns it over, and a foul called. And they're going to keep it here. Thought they might call it on Foster Johnson, but they're going to call it on Phipps. That's only Phipps' first. And only the first team foul. We played just over a minute and a half of this second half, and Skyview yet to score. Or Skyview Ridgeline yet to score. Out to Mooney takes care of that. He's got 6. Playing with 3 fouls, back to a 7-point Skyview lead. 6 minutes to play. Down low, all alone, it's Horman. Horman's got 11. DeBoard with the assist. Straightaway 3 again. This one's short. Rebounded by Brenchley. Brenchley from in close. 17 for Brenchley. 41-34 Skyview. Horman again is alone underneath. And 1. So to add insult to injury, Johnson closed out late and then got there and fouled Horman. He didn't like the call, but you've had all game to see how the officials are calling it. For Johnson, that's his 3rd. Horman's got 13, now 14. Baker will replace Foster Johnson. They've been calling it tied all game, so you can't just go in and swipe at it. And it's back to a 10-point Skyview lead. DeMooney, aggressive, and Phipps is there to say, simmer down now. Let me just slap this thing over there, and we'll start all over again. Out front to Baker. Here's Brenchley in the lane. Left hand, scoop shot good. Brenchley's got 19. They double up Falslev. He splits 2 double teams. Gets to the rim, misses. Phipps tips it back up and in. Phipps with 6. Ridgeline's coach thought that was a double dribble by Falslev. He split 2 double teams on his way to the hoop. Brenchley launches a 3. Short and off to the right. Saved back in by Buckmiller, and Brenchley can't control it. Here's Falslev. Foul, DeMooney's got 4. Falslev will go to the line. Falslev is 1 of 4 from the free throw line. Makes that one. in for Ridgeline. Jace Wright in for Skyview. Both free throws good by Falsell. He's going to take a rest. His team now ahead 48-36, and Falsell sits with 16. For Brenchley of Ridgeline. Down low, here's Brenchley. Banging his way against Phipps. And he can't get it up and over the rim. Orman all the way. No one stopping the dribble. No one stopping ball for Ridgeline. Skyview's just taking off and going right to the hoop. And they lead by 14, 50-36. Blowing open what's been a close game the entire first half with just under 4 minutes to play here in the third. It's a 14-point lead. Turnover Ridgeline. Slapped away by Hall, and Ferguson continues the onslaught. Timeout Ridgeline. 52-36 with 3:46 to play. And Coach Buckmiller might get himself a technical foul. He's chewing on that far side official. You can see him. He's been after him the whole game. And now he's going to spend the timeout not with his team. He wants to talk with the Stripes. My goodness. Region 12, as we talk about the playoffs, yeah, that's what we're going to talk about right now. Playoffs? You talking about the playoffs? Region 12 is paired with Region 11 in the first round of the playoffs. Region 11 consists of the #1 team in 4A, the best record in 4A. Juan Diego 17-1, 7-0 in their region. Bonneville, Tooele, Stansbury, Park City, Ben Lomond, and Ogden make up that region. So right now the top 4 teams are Juan Diego, Bonneville, Tooele, and Stansbury. So that, as the playoff picture comes into focus in the next few weeks, that's who these local teams that qualify will be playing against. Now a foul called and all that discussion between Coach Buckmiller. Oh no, they changed the call. All the discussion between Coach Buckmiller and the refs, I was going to say, is paid off for him, but the guy that Buckmiller was after the most came in and changed the call to a jump ball. So it's Skyview's basketball. .320 to play here in the third, and here's another foul on Ridgeline. Hall picks up his first. That's the 4th team foul on the Riverhawks. (17-7) in this quarter. Skyview's advantage. Here's Brenchley with the steal, then Phipps fouls him. Second team foul. And second personal foul for Phipps. 3 minutes to play in the third quarter that's been a nightmare for Ridgeline. Oh, here's Phipps with another. So now Phipps has 3. That is a developing story. Schumann, Cole Smith, and Falslev replace Phipps, Orman, and Bergeson for Skyview. Pass into Brenchley. Hall backs it out against that zone, hands off to Brenchley. Cross court to Hall. Short corner. Baker to Brenchley. Brenchley 21, and he'll go to the line. Cole Smith picks up his first. And Brenchley. 21 miss, and now that's got to be a foul. Brenchley was trying to create a jump ball situation, and that's his third foul as he yanked Jace Wright's arm, put him on the floor. 52-38 Skyview, 2:40 to play in the third. And the Bobcats hoping to finish the quarter strong and not be in a position to lose another heartbreaker. Penrose for three. Timeout, Skyview, a full timeout. 55-38 Skyview with 2:27 to play in the third quarter. A big third quarter for the Bobcats. They've scored 20 points in this quarter. There's still 2:27 to play. Now Ridgeline, next Wednesday, they go to Mountain Crest. And then they're at home against Logan. That's a game we'll have here for you on the Valley Channel. Logan at Ridgeline next Friday night. And Skyview, the pivotal week for the Bobcats is next week. So right now, if Skyview wins this game, they'd be tied with Bear River and Green Canyon for first place. Skyview next week is at Bear River and at Green Canyon. Sweep next week for Skyview puts them in the driver's seat of the region. The top two teams play home games in the first round of the playoffs as Ridgeline works it around the perimeter. The other two go on the road. Here's Brenchley, scoop shot good. And he's had that going tonight. .23 for Brenchley. Smith, straightaway three. Rims around and in. And the barrage continues for Skyview. 23 points in the quarter for the Bobcats and a travel. Nope. Yes, travel, and the whistles blow as they separate Wright and Foster Johnson. Ridgeline with their 9th turnover. 4 turnovers here in this quarter. 9 for the game. Skyview with a chance to go up by 20 with 1:37 to play in the third here at Skyview. Right, cross court, and Brenchley will go to the line. I think they're going to call it on Chase Hall. Let's see. Nope, it's on Buckmiller, his second. Also misses another free throw. Skyview's got to get their free throw situation buttoned up. Coming down the stretch in region play and going into the playoffs. They've missed 5 free throws tonight. Paulson hits the second, he's got 17. They try to go high post and Falsov takes it away. 10th turnover for Ridgeline. Falsov behind the back and throws it out of bounds. Now, my stats for some of the ancillary statistics are unofficial at best, but by my count, that's the first turnover of this third quarter for the Bobcats. 45 seconds to play. Huge third quarter for Skyview. Missed by Buckmiller and Brenchley there to clean it up. 25 for Brenchley. 10 here in the third. Corner three, up and in by Chase Wright. Chase Wright with his first bucket. Falsliv hits the deck. Brenchley to Hall. Corner, Baker with 10 seconds left in the quarter. Ball's free, here comes Falsliv. Falsliv tries to go behind his back, and it's out of bounds off of Skyview. 6.3 on the clock in a 20-point ball game. 62-42 Skyview. 27-point quarter by the Bobcats. Ridgeline's got to hurry. Oh, and they turn it over. Sixth turnover of the quarter for Ridgeline. Skyview will have a chance at the last shot, leading by 20. They give it to Penrose, and his shot goes wide. 62-42. Skyview in control as we head to the fourth.
You're so adorable. I'm taking you home.
The world judges. We don't. Planet Fitness. Be free.
How many do you have? Back at the Skyview High School. Eric Olson with you on this Friday night. Well, it was a tight game at the half. Skyview ended the first half with a 6-0 run, and then they just poured it on there in the third quarter. A 27-13 third quarter. Skyview and everybody doing it for the Bobcats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players scored in that quarter for Skyview. 3 3-pointers. And for Ridgeline, they scored 13 points in the quarter. Brenchley scored 10 of the 13. DeMooney had the other 3. Just not a great quarter at all for Ridgeline. Skyview gets the ball to start this fourth quarter, leading by 20. DeBoard out front, Falsliv. 3 won't go, rebounded by Brenchley. Brenchley down low to Baker. Baker off the glass, misses, put back by Baker. Contact inside and charge called on Falsliv. That'll be his second.
Player control foul called on Mason Falsliv, his second. 5th team foul.
That's the 5th team foul for Skyview. 62-44. Brenchley with 25 to lead all scores. Falsliv has 17, and there's another steal for Falsliv. Ferguson misses, he hits the deck. If that's on Brenchley, that's his 4th. Let's see.
Foul is called on Ridgeline's Buckmiller, his 3rd.
Buckmiller picks up his 3rd.
John to the line shooting 2. Ferguson knocks down the first free throw.
Ferguson with the first, trying to get it back to a 20-point advantage.
25, Caden Cox.
Caden Cox comes in for the Riverhawks. He's a freshman. Ferguson hits them both. Back out to a 20-point advantage with 7 minutes to play in the game. Skyview in control. Junior DeMooney. to Brenchley. Brenchley's been able to break the paint most of the evening. He's put in some work. But a foul called on this drive. It's Falsev's third. Team foul number 6. It's free throws the rest of the night for both teams. The next foul. Cameron Dowley into the ball game, number 10 for Ridgeline. DeMooney fires up a three. There's a long three. One more step in, and he probably hits, and then Schumann and Brenchley get tangled up. Schumann gets a foul. His first. This has been a salty game. Salty, salty, salty. Like a Utah highway in January. Brenchley misses. Chases down the rebound. It's knocked out of bounds by DeMooney. I don't think Brenchley's rested tonight, and that was a miss that was short. He's 17, 18 years old, but he can still get tired. 17 and 18-year-olds get really tired, especially when it's time to get up in the morning. Man, are they tired. Bergeson will bring it across. Working against Cox. Falsev downloaded to board. He's wide open as they doubled Falsev. Nobody rotated over to help, and DeBoard has 7. Phipps inside to Brenchley. There's that left-hand scoop all night long. 27 for Brenchley. Timeout Ridgeline. They trail 66-46 as they take the timeout. Well, here's the remaining Valley Channel schedule. Next week, we mentioned earlier, we're at Ridgeline as the Riverhawks take on Logan. Logan was leading Mountain Crest at the half. At the end of the third, Logan is leading Mountain Crest by 6, 48-42, and Bear River in control at Green Canyon, 58-43 as they head into the fourth quarter there. 60% from the field for Bear River and shooting 50% from beyond the arc for the Bears. This is the update we're getting out of North Logan. They're hitting whatever's going in the air. So we've got Logan at Ridgeline next week. On the 15th, we'll see Green Canyon at Mountain Crest as they close out region play and regular season play. That game could play huge into playoff seedings. And then the playoffs. First round playoff games are at home. And after that, they're all down at, I believe it's down at SUU. First round games are 1 week, then the next week the games are Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, all down at SUU, if I remember right. Here's Phipps. Turn to his right, miss it. Rebounded by Dowley. And here's a whistle and a foul. Free throws coming.
Foul's called on John Ferguson, his first.
Bergeson picks up his first. Speaking of playoffs, not sure if you heard about the new playoff system next year for most of the sports. The next time play stops, we'll talk about it. Free throw no good. Rebound putback no good. Here's Phipps with it. Horman out front of the pack. He walked. He took 3 steps. 4. He didn't put the ball on the floor. Ran all the way in. That's fine in the NBA, but doesn't fly in 4A. There's that underhand scoop again by Brenchley. I mean, they haven't been able to do anything about that shot. He's got 29 points, and it feels like 20 of them have come on that shot. Most of his points have come right at the rim. He doesn't have a three-pointer. This guy does. He didn't get another one. Junior DeMooney with the rebound, and Horman fouls him. Horman's third. So free throws at the other end. So it's a new system in the playoffs. Next year, it's like the RPI system. Basically, they're going to do strength. Everybody makes the playoffs. Everybody's got a different RPI rating, and as DeMooney makes the free throw, and depending on your RPI rating is who you're going to play and when. It's 40% your record, 40% your opponent's record, and 20% your opponent's record. So it's going to be a big deal to schedule well. Some of the complaints are, what about regions with weak teams? Falslev pulling up for three. Falslev with 20. Buckmiller down low. Phipps, get out! Just get out! Falslev with the lob. Bergeson hits the rim. Brenchley, pull up off the glass. 31 for Brenchley. That's his first made shot from more than about 5 feet. 69-52. Falslev in low. He'll go to the line. That block by Phipps. Filthy. Brenchley just picked up number 4. Brenchley with 31. 15 in the first half, 16 in the second. Falslev misses the free throw. Jace Wright replaces Phipps. Buckmiller sits, and Salveson comes in for him. Falslev misses 2. He's missed 6 free throws tonight. Brenchley loses it. Picked up and firing away by Ridgeline. Who was that? That's McConkey.
Falslev is called for the foul, his 4th.
Falslev picks up his 4th foul, so Falslev and Brenchley each with 4. It's a 69-52 ball game. Skyview in control. We're midway through the 4th quarter. Brenchley's got 32. He's 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Now 5 of 7, 33 points for Brenchley. Last time these two teams played, there was a 30-point score. It was Falslev. Man to man by Skyview now. Orman, boy, he looked like he got fouled. They call it out of bounds. Bounce pass inside to Wright. He gives it off to DeBoer. Splits the double team, misses, rebounded by Horman, who's had a nice game. Horman's got 18 tonight. Leading scorer for Skyview as they take a timeout is Falslev with 20. 18 for Horman, who's really had a nice ball game. .338 to play in the 4th quarter with this timeout. Be interested to see. It's a 71-54 game. 17-point ball game. 3.5 to play. Be interesting to see how long these coaches keep their stars in the game, like Falslev. Phipps was on the bench now. I'm sure Falslev doesn't want to sit. I can guarantee Brenchley doesn't want to sit. And at this juncture in the season, as Ridgeline, if they go on to lose this like it looks like they will, they'll be 1-5 in region. And it'll become a long shot for them to make the playoffs.
Ridgeline basketball.
It's Ridgeline ball. said McConkey earlier. I thought I saw 24. That might have been Cox, though, 25, because I don't see McConkey on the floor for Ridgeline. Down they go to Brenchley. Goes that left hand, hits it again, this time with Falslev playing defense. To be fair to Falslev, he can't play much defense. As Brenchley with the steal. And Falslev swats it away out of bounds. Falslev taking offense at that steal. Brenchley picked him clean. Brenchley fires up a three on the inbounds play. Falslev with the board and a foul. Falslev came back and swatted that one away from Brenchley. 71-56 as Salveson picks up the foul. Falslev will go to the line. He's missed his last two. .15 Skyview lead. Falslev hits this one. One more for the junior. Got them both. Brenchley kicks it back to Cox. Falslev, throw it down! 1-2, throw it down! Falslev at 24. DeMooney, long three. Won't go, rebound by DeBoer. Falslev ahead to Horman. Horman lays it up and in. 20 for Horman. And now we're just having a scrimmage. Brenchley out to Cox. Straightaway three on the way by Salveson, way short. Falslev with the board. Here he comes across the timeline. He's got 24, 2:10 to play in the game. Underneath, Jace Wright. Oh, blocked by Brenchley. And a late whistle. Brenchley's going to be done. The official right on top of the play didn't blow his whistle. The guy that Coach Buckmiller's been chewing on all game blew it late. Brenchley's done. He'll foul out with 35.
Brenchley fouls out of the game.
I think the gripe that Coach Buckmiller has with that one is, look, you were right on. He's talking to that official. The official that was right on top of the play, and he's saying, look, you were 2 feet away and you didn't call anything. And the other guy, who's clear out almost at half court, calls it after we started coming back up the court. Coach Buckmiller, the guy that called that foul, Coach Buckmiller's been in his ear the whole game. Looks like Skyview is going to clear the bench. Hansen comes in for Ridgeline. Kyler Hansen. Right. Misses the free throw.
Checking in for the Bobcats, number 0, Trayson Roholt, and number 1, Caden
Penrose and Roholt into the ball game for Skyview. The board sits, and Falslev's done for the night with 24 points. Right. Makes the second, he's got 4. Long three by Cox. Did he call that? Did he call glass? I didn't hear it up here. We're going to have to take his word for it. 61 for Ridgeline, 78 for Skyview. The Skyview cruising as we're down to 1:59 to play in the ball game and a timeout. Last score we had in the other 2 games going on, Skyview's looking at Green Canyon, and Green Canyon was trailing by 15 to start the 4th quarter against Bear River. And Logan was only up by 6 against Mountain Crest. His 3 minutes left in that Green Canyon Bear River game now, and it's now a 7-point game, 70-63. Bear River trying to hang on. If Bear River wins and Logan holds on to beat Mountain Crest, there's going to be a 4-team logjam for that #1 spot. Penrose brings it across the timeline, underneath to Roholt. (80-61) Skyview. Falsliv tonight, I don't keep some of those other stats like steals, but I can think of at least 3, maybe 4 that he had to go along with 24 points and a handful of rebounds. Another great all-around game by Mason Falsliv, who's committed to Utah. He may go on a mission. I can only hope that somebody talks some sense into him on that mission, that he ends up at Utah State, for heaven's sakes. Utah's getting a heck of a player. And Utah State is where Landon Brenchley will go play. And he might fit just right in Craig Smith's system. I think working on his outside shooting will be something for Brenchley, but he's crafty at 6'3". That's fine for high school around the rim. It's Cox hits the free throws. That's a little bit tougher in the Mountain West, but he's crafty. He finds a way to get his shots off. There's Bruce McConkey, here to dispense some Riverhawk doctrine. 1:24 to play in the ball game. 17-point Skyview lead as both teams cleared their benches. Daly pulls up for 3. Too hard. Rebound. Cameron Doyle. And he'll bring it across the timeline. Bergerson. Roholt. Little pass to Bracken Schumann, and the 6'6" sophomore finishes. Under a minute to play. 82-63 Skyview. Long 3 on the way. Catches rim, but won't go for Kyler Hansen, rebounded by Skyview. Bergerson stays here in this corner. Schumann. It's Bracken Schumann, gives it off to Penrose, who dribbles through. Doyle to Bergerson. Well, Skyview is finally going to get a win on the Valley Channel. They've lost 3 of the 4 games we've covered for them, and they lost all in dramatic fashion. Nothing doing tonight, though. Landon Brenchley gets 35, but Falsliv gets 24 and the win for Skyview. 82-63, the Bobcats with the win. We hope you enjoyed the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. We'll see you next time on the Valley Channel.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Mountain Star Cache Valley Hospital. Together, we're greater. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915. New Smile Dental, experience dental care. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Lynn's Audio and Video, Cache Valley Specialists. Mountain Valley Heating and Air Conditioning. Give us a call. You'll be glad you did. Herms Inn, last chance for great food. Discount Tire and Automotive, so much more than a tire store. Four Seasons Apartments and Townhomes is your home. Planet Fitness of Logan, no intimidation and only $10 a month. Aspen Dental, get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 25 years.
Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, America's #1 bacon cheeseburger, by giving you more of what you love. Introducing Wendy's Giant Junior Bacon Cheeseburger. Double the beef, double the bacon, and now it comes in a giant meal for $5. With nuggets, fries, and a drink. There's absolutely nothing junior about it, except the price. Get Wendy's $5 Giant Junior Bacon Cheeseburger meal before it's gone.